My cat has no computer screen today, and she's full of activities. Okay, so this morning I went actually over the charts and said that I actually was expecting higher prices. Reason why, we came with a value gap, market when it looked higher, and we still had like that 4-hour gap right here. So I wanted to see if we could hit that 4-hour gap before showing us what we want to do. If we go above this high, still the same idea. We are back at bullish action, so that means that we made the boss to the upside and then we continue higher. Where do we aim to for those highs will be then the next target to go to. It will depend if we go above this high, yes or no. So we can do it like this, of course, to get there, but that's my main idea. Now that we did hit that 4H per value gap, I want to see, do we now, this is now the main thing. We hit all targets actually, so the only thing I can say, or we go all the way back lower than this one and then we made a new low. But if we go above here, we are continuing in bullish structure. So this was actually then a retest to continue higher. Lows, then the next high to get to then to make a new low, of course. So for today, no expectancy. We will see price action itself. News pushed us to that 4-hour for value gap, and now actually we're trading off of it. So open will definitely tell if we want to go higher, yes or no. So the whole morning range was actually sideways movement. I took one trade on stream, one trade off stream. So the first one that I took, actually I took 2 on stream. This was a 15-minute for value gap right here, and I just wanted to enter it from halfway. So this was my entry halfway actually, and then I was actually targeting these highs. We actually never hit them. That was actually just a point below it, and then I wanted to take something off. We actually came back down to my entry point. Then I wanted to enter it under this wick. I entered it, and actually I got stopped out immediately to the downside. So that was minus 0.8. So these two were the morning session, and then I had, strange enough, I was looking at top step and there was a fair value gap in. So I actually wanted to do this one here, but we never get tapped, so I didn't enter. I got a limit order right on this one, so this one missed, and there was a small fair value gap on a 15-minute chart on top step between these two here. A very small one, but I can't see it on NQ itself, just MNQ has it. I was targeting these highs and I took my first TP on the high itself. That was actually a 2.2 R straight off of it. If I just closed the trade there, that would have been a 2.2. So I got a 3 out of it. Most of it I closed right here, and then I left up a runner for that high. And actually news pushed me. If I kept that open, that would have been a great exit. So idea for open, if we close below that, we did have like a gap for 15 minutes. So if we close below that news wick, that we push back up. So that would be the main idea, because that gap will get closed, definitely. These gaps don't stay open. So initially in the morning session, she took the orb to the upside, she took TP, and then actually the market came back, and that was a small profit that she made. In total she was in profit in the morning session. So again, the reason why I still wanted to long is because we chopped around, we took that liquidity and we got rejected actually off of it. I was expecting this to hit, but it didn't. So that was a morning session. Now, afternoon session, we will see what happens. We've got about 4 minutes still open, so longs are the most favorable that I want to see, but you can see this was the morning session. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 hours of sideways movement, so not much happening actually. So the only thing that I see right now, if we, because we took out that 4H right here, and we got strong rejected. If 30 minutes now, the next 32 minutes, we close lower, that means that we had rejection of that 4 hour, and we probably take out that low. So the next 30 minutes will indicate that where the market wants to go to. And this will probably be that data low again that we hit. So this is that gap that I meant, and that's even before open, so we will see what open brings.
Wow, Nicholas's. Mm. He's doing very good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So actually this is so 15 seconds still open. Let's see what open brings. This does look like it wants a bit more downside, but we will see. Market always does what it wants to do anyway, so. Let's see what open breaks, how it actually moves the market right here. I'm definitely watching this because we had a 15-minute right here for value gap. We just took out that data wick already, so let's see what the market wants to do right here. And that was a very strong 5-minute backup.
One day ago.
I didn't want to risk it because it was open, but that was actually, wow. Did anybody take this long of this wick right here? I'm not an open trader, so I did it once and it worked, but I'm not a fan of it, so I don't try to do it, but that's actually was. So I just saw this small for value right here. I didn't take this, so, but maybe somebody saw it and took it. If we clean out data high wick now, all the way up to the top again, that we're going higher now. That's for sure. Because we're just taking out most of liquidity. And if we then go up higher, we're going continuing. So you can see that those gaps actually get filled up immediately when they do. 4 minutes into open and we have about 100 points range again. That's actually most of the time a good sign. So for everybody that's new to trading with us, initial screen is on the right side, mine is on the left. So any trades that I take will be here. I'm just trading the 15 minutes, so that was the entry. Again, I don't trade open, so don't like it. I'll be patient until we create the next 15 minutes to the upside or down. It will depend on how this candle actually closes. So if he comes back, yeah, down movement is in the charts. If not, we can definitely go back up right here.
Goede fan ook. Heel normaal. Zit in de halte. Dan zag je 1 dag terug.
Ik ben nu online in plus.
Typisch hè, toch op de voorkant weer zetten.
Zo'n vestje nemen.
Ja, was toch iets?
Dat we dit weekend gaan wandelen. So let's let open do its thing before entering anything. Yeah, same for me, Emily. Good afternoon, Bulmans, Blake, Majid.
een chill plaats uit.
Hm?
Die staan wel op een chille plaats. Ik zie er niet om niets anders dan natuur.
Ja, en als je geen boxen zet, maar dat is ook geen lawaai. Dat is al.
Je ziet echt dat ze er ook veel doen, hè? Die katten zijn nu grappig ermee. Dat zijn echt mensen waar dan nog mee zullen denken.
So because we took like data low, we probably will take up data high too, and then see how we act off of it. So something to remember also, this was news, that was a 2:30 news week candle actually. We most of the times take a highs and lows of those data. But if you see gaps like these, they tend to get up immediately, get filled.
First time on the stream. Yeah.
No. I'm actually being patient on a 15-minute continuation. So what do I look for? Up or down the movement. This still needs to be shown actually today where the market wants to go to, and then I will be patient for 15 minutes for value gap to enter off and continue the movement where the market is actually going to. So same, this is why I took this long position in the morning session. I got stopped at entry, tried again on a 5-minute lower and got stopped. Got stopped out, and then I took a 15-minute long because this still looked bullish at this point, and I took a 15-minute long on a small for value gap to these highs. I took one off straight off of the high, so that was 1.5 hour. I let it run to this high, and that was 3 hour that I made. So by giving 0.8 the morning session, so I made 2.2. So we're doing a 100 trading day challenge, so not days, 100 trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the 15th trade that I took. And I'm up 11.3 hour. If I had let this one run just to that high, that was a 5 hour actually. Did feel special, small, very small stop this. So we came into a value gap. Oh, we did not yet. Do we got any news left this afternoon? Let's take a look. Yeah, we do have news at 4. Michigan statement, final. So just be aware of that one. If oil should break to the up or downside, then we do have some news left at 4 o'clock. And second thing we need to know also is that we actually have been going sideways for the whole morning session. So in London session, it was just sideways movement that we actually had, not any huge movements. So be a bit aware of that also. So we do want to have some form of direction that we want to be trading in, because this was actually the morning session. So we raised in a very small, no up, no down. So
spatulas back.
Ik speciaal moeten zijn.
Ja, wat is dat hier, hè?
I believe everybody had a nice trading week this week. It was actually a very profitable week. Orb did very great this week. Well, we had to have a lot of patience though, but played out very beautiful. So if you're new to the stream, Majid, on the right side is my wife's trades. So Unisha takes Orb, it's actually on the screen, and my trades are 15-minute continuation trades after a break of structure or after changing character. Then with a retest of a 15-minute for value gap and continuing the move where the break of structure actually came from. The first TP that I don't take is actually the highs. So say that this was a 15-minute break of structure to the upside and this was that retest. That high would be my first TP and then let the rest run higher. Or you know playbit too, so you know how Orb play trades. My wife does adding, so here's the first 15 minutes on open. That's a decent orb range. 116 points, so that's a decent range. The good thing is that there are no for value gaps in between. At this point. We've got about 30 minutes still left in the 4-hour candle, and then actually we have news. So if we hit this to the upside, I definitely believe that we could hit higher. Probeer het wel grappig van hebben, maar ik denk. Okay, we have about 1 minute and 50 seconds. Let's see if we have bridge to the upside, yes or no. Not a bit.
Tengo miedo de estos animales. Miedo. Tengo miedo de estos animales.
So 37 seconds, and that looks like good kids. The camera close to the upside. We do have a 5-minute value gap right here, but I don't believe it holds any value. If it's not a close yet, so that will be another 5 minutes then. No, probably no close. For me, this is still showing that the market wants to go higher. The only thing that I could see it let go down again is the news maybe take up for taking London's low, but for me it feels like the market wants higher.
Yo tengo 25 años.
The main reason is that daily too, so we are at that daily gap, we had a nice push, so it will indicate us if we want to go back to the highs or form a new low. So that means if we do form a low, then we can drop at least another 200 points to downside. So as a trader, we're not here to predict what the market does, we're just here to follow the stream of the market. We have plan, of course. If you haven't read it yet, read your plan, your trading plan, so that you can do it over and over again. So while you're impatient, you can also do something like Initial is doing at this point. She's doing Duolingo, learning a language, while you're actually behind the charts doing sitting here. So you don't need to watch the chart constantly. You can perfectly do something in between.
It's just for the hypnotizing thing.
Yeah, my wife said she doesn't like watching it constantly because it hypnotizes her, something like. Yeah. So she prefers to be alert when she needs to be active, and well, nothing happens, so she only watches the charts like once every 5 minutes to see if there is some movement, and otherwise she actually doesn't watch it. Well, she's behind the charts, of course. She's very disciplined. You probably all know that already because you hear this sound every day. You hear this sound probably every day from Duolingo to the headphone.
Whoa, 75 days straight.
And then stopped. Oh. No, Majid, I just use one thing. I just use a 15-minute continuation, and the market shows me where to go to. Thank you for joining on the morning sessions.
On YouTube. Je hebt nog niets gezegd.
Some watching? Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't say anything. We got 4 minutes in the 4 hour. We probably get some movement right here. So this will indicate how we actually acted of this 4 hours. So if we are closing this 4 hour all the way down again, so say to the lows here, then we'll probably go lower. This candle definitely shows a lot of value.
Ele é o esposo de uma atriz famosa.
A gente gosta de música. Gosta.
Oh yeah, of course. So
Esporte preferido é vôlei.
it's the same once you go to this daily and we have an action, so fast reaction away. So this is a rejection of this fair value gap. So once we hit a certain fair value gap that holds, so the higher the time frame, the more value it holds. And we hit actually fair value gap of a daily right here. So this is why I expected today to be a bit more bullish than bearish. And we had actually a strong rejection off of it. So this was actually 200 point move back up off of this. So that's a very strong push. That means that a lot of people are actually buying the market. So now we have the 4 hour structure, but this one goes above so this one shows it earlier than the daily if we change character. So if we go below this low again, that means that we will take out that wick that we took of that daily gap. If we go to that daily gap one more time, we're gonna go full bearish modus. So that means that the market will go down. This 4 hour here actually holds a lot of value. So this one shows that the value gap will show us if this candle goes all the way back down. That shows that we had a lot of rejection off of here, and the sellers are getting actually getting more attention than buying right here. We don't want to see that if we want to be bullish. So we want to see a candle close as high to that high as possible, especially we have 2 more minutes. So the higher this one closes up, the more it shows that actually there is no value in this value gap, and that the market is still strong enough to push the market higher. So the smaller this little wick is, or the smaller this wick is, the better it is. The best of all is actually if this candle closes still in or as high as possible on the fair value gap. Then it shows the most strength. So if you see something like this, the doji with a small candle, that means that the market is undecided. But if that wick came from a fair value gap, that showed that the market actually had a lot of a pushback down, like here. But it didn't hit anything. Actually, this was open, so there was no fair value gap. So this was actually just a candle close. But if that would have hit that fair value gap, that would have shown immediately that this candle would have been bearish. That's just price reading. So these candles tell a story, and that story is actually the language of what we are trading. The bigger a candle is, like here on the right side, this 5-minute push shows a lot more buying. And this was actually news, so that meant that people were actually pushing the market in a certain direction. And once we see smaller candles, that means that there is not a lot of volatility, so less market push bar. And the bigger the candles are, the more institutional money there is behind it, because we don't push the market to 0.2%, 65 points in the air instantly. We retail people can't do that. This is actually purely too much money for us to be able to, even with all of us, we couldn't even push the market up. Not even a half tick if we wanted to. So that's why. In the beginning when I was trading, I just traded off of candles. That's all I did.
Ela gosta muito de poesia.
Meu passatempo preferido é fotografia.
Yeah, if you ever have the time, read the Candlestick Bible. It actually learns you why these things are important.
Sim, eu gosto da sua casa.
Very interesting book.
O banheiro do apartamento.
So this is news. And there was no close. So you've seen the same when we hit this 15-minute right here for value gap. This is a strong wick, so the market shown actually that there is more possibility that we continue higher, because we didn't take slow.
Sim, eu gosto de poesia.
Diretor. Sim, eu gosto muito de música clássica.
Meu. Passatempo. Preferido. Fotografia.
I need to put this in my plan. Do I trade open, yes or no?
Muito de artes modernas. Eu gosto muito de artes modernas.
I'm gonna put in.
Do apartamento é pequeno.
Did you name push a single on that side, please? Ethan.
spannend joh, met die sleutels.
Ja.
Misschien iets van de andere kant. Oh, ander. Still not close. No, no, we will, for that continuation movement, we will still need to be at least another 15 minutes, so we don't have any gaps yet, so no gaps, no entries. So this will take another half hour before I can actually even get an entry. That's right, we put some Friday music on. Sexy, je wat Friday music voor mij?
Wat is bezig?
Nou ja, zat ik een beetje leur. Wat was wat er gebeurd?
Ik weet niet of ze dat horen.
Nee, nog niet. Doe maar. No, no. Can you hear the music in the background? No.
Wat doe jij?
Goed zo Frans.
Ik ga de unmute music te luisteren.
You got the unmute music.
Ja, op dingen misschien wel op YouTube wel, maar ik wel doen.
Oh, you do it
Als ze
also.
die klikken horen ze wel. Ik weet niet wat als speciaal. Ah ja, de rest hoort het wel volgens mij, dus enkel hem.
Ah, my
Ah, ja,
music.
my
Yeah,
music.
yeah. Perfect.
Je m'en fous? Ah, dat is voor de Fransen. Huh? Zie je dat eigenlijk?
Ja, je spreekt fictie, gaat er rond. Dus als ik spreek zo, worden ze mij dus nog anders super leuk.
Oei, was je dicht? Oh, wat dicht.
Actually, it was music for Majid. It was also French. Okay, that was back to the other side again. So that was a 5 minutes. Strange we didn't take that we didn't take that data high. we go down here, we take out London slow, we have a huge possibility to take another 200 points downwards.
Ben je er ook weer bij?
So still being patient. It's been a few days like this. And we had the first hour really very relaxing hour. Need to lure my dog trading too. He likes to be on the microphone. Maybe he can say the market goes up and down too. Zonder broek.
Wil jij een tasje soep?
Allemaal.
Anything you not pizza?
Yes, I'm online. You want to say something? Hello.
Hello, how are you guys doing? The dog wants to say something. The dog he likes to speak.
Yeah, Azul always likes to speak.
Ja, want daar komt het
Nou, de rest van die... Hier, kom maar,
Ah, ja.
Het is ook jammer.
Zo, I mean.
That's a strong push back down.
Heb je al geproefd? Heb je al een keer geproefd?
Ja. Vond je lekker? Zoet. Is goed hoor.
Come on, hashtag. Do give us a nice direction where you want to go to today. If it still keeps going between ranges, I'm not touching it. First 4 hours are enough, so you already had 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 20 hours of sideways movement. Okay, so this looks like moving to the downside. Got another minute and 20 seconds. We did pick out London's low, I believe. This is London's low. Not yet.
Mama, je nog een broodje?
Nee, ik wil gewoon soep gewoon.
Eerst ook gewoon in Belgisch spreken, ja, dat is maar speciaal.
De rest van het brood kan niet opgegeten worden, want ik maak crocs, dus ik weet niet hoe dat ik ga doen.
Okay, the market is letting us have patience again today. This will be London's low. We will take.
Alleen, ik zou wel voorzichtig zijn met eten, want ik heb nu weer al. Kijk, hier op je puur.
Zie je dat zo?
A música é
A musica
ruim.
è ruim. Ruim. A musica è ruim. Zeg dat muziek niet goed is. Wat is er? Heb je iets?
Oh, klaar.
Ben je klaar? Vocês ficam caráter do tempo livre de vocês.
So, another 3 minutes and we will see if we get it close.
Sua mochila é ruim.
It's actually very normal after the market came down 500 points that it actually needs a breather. So this was just this week alone, so this was Tuesday, so in about 3 days we actually went 600 points to the downside, so that's actually very normal that we actually have some sideways movement afterwards. Zit iemand op YouTube momenteel? Weet je niet?
Dat was net wel. Niemand.
So still being patient at this point.
Ja.
No trades yet.
Maar ik heb wel een zoekje gedaan.
Mm-hmm. So no order downside breach or a 15 minute at this point, so I still need 10 more minutes. And with a bit of luck, I will have a 15 minute per value gap. I will place a limit order then in this area to short off.
Je doet nog dingen. Kijk. Behind the scenes, travel vlogs, community.
Misschien een beetje tussendoor.
Nog een vogels?
Dat is een katten volgens mij.
Nee. Zijn ze zelf naar voren of zo? Wat was dat? Schattig zelfs gevonden.
Als we daar op konden hingen, denk ik zo.
So 2 more minutes. That looks like this will be a breach to downside. This is London slow. Yeah, the high is a strong push. At this point, if I read order flow, we're looking for lower prices. This is a strong push back down. We took out that data wick already, so the first liquidity pool is now London's low. After that one, that would be that 24,422 level. And then we still have a huge momentum to the downside. So 2 more minutes. Bit of a wide stop, so if we could Yeah. So 1 more minute. And it would be close or up to the downside. I know London's low is very close by, but if the market wants to fall a bit further, it definitely has potential to be still lower. A second, please.
Ik verwacht wel een pakketje.
Hey.
Nou, wat mijn rijst.
Is het los?
Dat is nog niet. 5 seconden.
Ja.
Ja.
So that was a close to the downside.
Yo.
So Nusha took a short, and I don't have my 50 minutes yet. She will see how far she takes this. It will depend on how the market reacts, of course. She's aiming actually now for 24,455, so 455, that should be here somewhere. So what she's aiming for is actually those lows right here. Or maybe that 500 level. She will take a look at how the market acts, so how it further pushes, yes or no. I will tell if she takes profit. Yeah, if you took a normal stop, because this could be easily already 1 hour. It depends on how far you put your stop, of course. But this is an instantly 50-point drop, so. Because this minute and 40 closes below London's low, we got a potential to go lower. if you took that show with us and you're not secure in how to trade it, you could always put your stop at break even and re-enter that for value gap just above it. If we hit that. I do want to see that close below here. So we now have a 15 minutes for value gap right here.
Ik had een limit zo, gezet. Terug te hebben.
So if we hit that 5 minute for value gap, it's just adding to the trade. So right here. No, if we get a tap with a 5 minute, I'm gonna take a short too.
Você gosta de novela?
Os meus videogames. Você tem muitos videogames?
Você tem muitos videogames?
Vocês gostam de videogame? Tem novela todos os dias no Brasil?
Tem novela todos os dias no Brasil?
Eu gosto de muitas coisas. Uma coisa interessante. Essa coisa são as mochilas dos meus irmãos.
So I'm in the short.
For me it's ads.
Some of the people will be around the 500 level, so 1.7. Will depend on how this market actually moves. So I don't want to see it come up too high, I don't want to see that continuation to the downside rather fast. Okay, this looks a bit strong. Yeah, that's a very strong push off of that. That would be my stop.
Sim, eu gosto. Coisa.
Você gosta dos seus livros?
Ele é ó, ai, das minhas primas.
So this looks like a strong push back up, so that will definitely be my stop, so no doubt about that.
Vocês gostam de videogame? Vocês gostam de videogame?
Okay, that's -1. nooit zijn probleem had. Zo dat low, dat teken. Was shocking. That's a very strong push of that London slow.
De koetjes zijn er blij van.
Kun je stil in de instructie?
Ik ben er nog in, hè.
Maar dat loopt meer.
Ik heb ook wat een kwartier zit nu. Ik heb deze keer wel niet geëd. Nog een keer. Wat ik wel zo gedaan heb.
Dat moet je neer de
Nee,
water.
ik heb even mee geluisterd.
Het wel?
Ik heb naar u geluisterd even. voetjes in de roeping, hè?
Mm. Yeah, looking back, should have taken that 15 minutes.
Ja.
Oh, yeah, not. Can't look back now. My own choice.
Dat is ook mijn keuze, ik niet uit heb. Daar is er ergens iets dat er gebeurt, sowieso.
Mm-hmm. Initially still in the trade, so mine was out. Looks like the market's a bit choppy again. It's been doing this all day. So if I don't see a movement, I'll call today. And today with 1 hour. This is actually very still sideways.
Eu gosto de muitas coisas.
As nossas novelas.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get myself something to drink.
Você gosta dos seus livros? Artista.
Super goed.
Ja, ik heb het net.
Gosta de artistas clássicos.
En de costa de artistas clásicos. Het gaat hier ook over opera, hè?
Allee. Allee tot aan.
Além disso, o meu esporte. Isso. Disso. Eu levanto, eu como, eu saio.
E levanto, e como, e saio.
Além disso, o meu isso. Disso.
artista.
Eu saio com os meus amigos. Eu gosto das suas fotos.
Eles são os filhos das minhas tias. As amigas das minhas primas.
As exposições sempre são interessantes aqui.
Ja, die is daar weer aan het tappen, hè. En dan 5 minuten.
Is mijn beetje meer koen? Maar we doen wat aan doen.
Ja, volgens mijn geloof is het wel, hè.
Ja. Gaan we dan de derde keer?
Ja, ik heb geëd. Ja.
So Anisha, add it one more time to the trade. On that tab. So her full TP is now at Wixlow. So actually she should have added one more time, but she was talking to me and she didn't add on the gap right here on the 5 minute on the high. So normally she would have added 3 times instead of 2. That's a new hourly candle right now. voor je typie als doorraakt? Hoe was het?
Ja, het is ook mijn
25,
ja.
2, 3, 4, 25, 5, 3, 4.
Eigenlijk zelfs nog liever hier.
Waar? Doe ik?
Ja.
Levanto. Eu. Como eu. Saio. Além disso, ele é o meu artista preferido.
So Initial likes to be not more than 2 hours in its rate. That's about her thing. She wants to have TP at those week's lows, so if it comes back and comes to that lows, she's fully out.
Eles são os filhos das minhas tias.
Not the most indication of the mark what it wants to do, so just sitting here. We've been seeing this all day, so we had sideways, sideways, and just a bit of a range.
Eles são os filhos das minhas tias.
So this was a whole morning session. And if we calculate the afternoon session, it just came a little bit above, a little bit below, so it's actually still in that same range. So any continuation trade are no useful in these kind of actionable price.
Cobra. Filme. Nós vivemos no deserto com as cobras.
Nós vivemos no deserto com as cobras.
This is why I said on the Discord also, if we ever trade these kind of movements, we want to take profit a bit sooner. It's easier to be sure that you are in profit.
Os seus filhos,
So it's still at entry of my wife right now.
os seus filhos também? Seus filhos. Os seus filhos também?
So we now got rejected twice of that for value gap, so for me it still looks like it wants a bit more downside. I want to take that 5 minutes. We don't always get that 15-minute entry, so that's just this. Yesterday that work played out great. Today, the day before yesterday played out great. Today didn't. So
Filhos. Filho também.
Pássaro. Barba.
Echt, is het lekker?
Planta.
Ja.
A gente não assiste televisão.
A gente não assiste a televisão.
Você. Levanta. As. 6:30.
6 more minutes in this 15 minutes. Let's see if we have a drop by then.
Ele monta. Compartilha. Ele
Tem. Para. Delas.
ele monta. Compartilha. Ele
So if you are sitting there in the charts and watching it, try to do something different than just being than watching if you're in a trade. It will help you stay focused.
Muitas vezes.
e meia.
Because if you're in a trade, you can't do anything. Just need to be patient anyways.
Irmão. Chato. Pimenta.
Barba.
Eu não
So this
sei.
was 20 minutes of sideways movement. So this is actually not the most favorable price action that we have seen all week. So
Muitas vezes. Não. Até.
De cima. Você.
Sobre.
En wel kijken hoe dat nu het kwartier gaat doen. Dus gewoon dat ik mijn stof op het moment ook niet kan verplaatsen. Dus.
I know what it looks like. If we move, it will be in the next 5 minutes.
Mm.
Yeah, order flow is still showing it wants to go down. So we went up, we came into a 15 minute, we got we moved back down straight off of it, and now we're just shopping. So order flow is still showing that we want to go down. I just wanted to see it happen from that 5 minute instead of that 15. That's all. And I answered in my plan. I added to it no more 5 minutes, even in New York session, only 15s. So that was not yet in my plan, so I added it to it. It can happen sometime yes and sometime no, but it makes me
Not cool.
yeah, it's easier to follow one strategy instead of two. So I only take the 15 minute anymore. So no more 5 minutes for me in London, New York session 2. Nonetheless, it did play out 2 days ago, so I can't say it didn't play out, but that 15 minute would have played out too, so prefer to stick to one. It's easier. Bitcoin said the same. Oh yeah, that's my, that's my chicken, by the way. His name is Bitcoin. So in the next 3 minutes we will see if this push goes down. Does look like it. If this keeps, this can go lower than her TP, of course, but up to you. If you are in that orb with Initia, you can choose or to take full TP right here, what she does, or you can maybe see it fall further. You had to have some patience here. If you added to that trade, even congratulate yourself. Great work, good trade. Because this is what makes us the abnormal traders, adding to trades. Because otherwise this wouldn't even be worth it. That was 0.2. Now this is more than 1 R actually that she makes when this hits. And that's the same distance, so You don't want to know where the stop is at this point, but she knows when to close the trade to. So in that hourly we now closed off that candle completely. That hourly looks very bearish actually, so you can see that was a full tap. We closed this off, so if we want to fall we should do it rather quick right now. We cleaned everything up, so we came to that valley gap, that 5 minutes, we sit around a bit, we came back to this candle close, so if the market wants to continue further to the downside, this should be actually the area. There ain't much left for the upside. The only thing that it was a 3 minutes still up here, but I don't believe that would do the trick. So that was a 15-minute close. And here will be our TP. I need to not say that before it actually happens. Nonetheless, again, that 15-minute played out beautiful, so put in my notes. Only 15-minute plays. The only reason why I actually did is because of the stop. It was a 90-point stop. I could have still easily taken it, but I want a bit of a wider stop, so I prefer to take it smaller. And this looks like it's gonna be a choppy day, so I'll keep my hands off of it for the rest of the day.
How many bitcoins do you have? Chicken or?
Good everyone. How many bitcoins do you have? It depends on what kind of. The one that's virtual or the ones that actually walk around. There's only one that I have that walks around. So, like I said, I'm not touching this market again today. So for me, that will be it. Nisha's still in it, so she's being patient.
Nou, sowieso 17:30. Ga ik eruit.
So 17:30, she's going 5:30 for us. She's going to close the trade. That's about in 12 minutes actually. So these days you also need to know when to not trade. Very important for yourself. The market done everything. Up, down, and still same. So it's about 6-5 minutes in a range of... But that's actually a decent range. And about a 50-point range, yeah.
Nou, deze zie ik bijvoorbeeld niet graag. Nou, I close it.
So again, if you ever trade this kind of market action, and if you are in a trade, just be patient. Let your stop do its thing, and let your TP do its thing, of course. There's nothing much that you can do when you are in a trade, anyways, except of actually not doing good things. There is something that you can do, something that's not correct, of course, but. So the price keeps floating left to right, still in this first fair value gap, didn't close below, didn't close above, still, so it's still valid. Market's still going downwards at this point, so no fair value gaps upside, none created. Still 7 minutes in this 15, we came up, and now the next 7 to the downside if we need it a bit. Come on, Nisha said she wants to close in 7 minutes. Give her TP.